Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
We didn't disappoint you, folks. We're here. It's Sunday morning. Some of us are not here.
A lot of us are not here today. A lot
of
of disappointment.
Yes.
On the GMG team today.
Yeah. Donna is
Donna was upset last night. I told her you've got to come, and she said, "Well, there's no room for me. You guys will stick me in the back again." I said, "Only if you don't show up on time, like last week. You show up late, you get the back seat."
So does she expect to get the royal treatment if she shows up late and
I think so.
And is not reliable?
I think
reliability is everything.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not here with your recording equipment, like
doesn't happen.
We don't have a podcast.
It doesn't happen.
So we have to be able to count on people. So
I think she's used to Mike Rogers giving her a lot of concessions, and he's just very patient. Show up whenever you want. It's not how it works here.
No, it's not how it works. My buddy Chris Lagacri, God bless, is with us. Mike Berlino just showed up. We're going to give Mike Berlino a special shout out. He came in and bought one of these bad boys this weekend, and someone else bought it yesterday just because he saw it on Michael. He said, "I got to come get one." So I sold another one because of Mike Berlino yesterday. So big props to Mike. We have a podcast prize today, and it's going to be a different kind of prize. You're going to have to stick around till the end. I'd like you to share it, but anybody's going to be able to enter. We're going to have a special contest at the end for this particular cap. Now, I have to point out that it has a little weird, like it's missing a weird stitch right here. But you tell me how bad that is. Like, it's not a huge defect.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. But because I can't I can't sell this for full price, I'm going to offer this as a podcast prize. And we will tell you, we're going to come up with a game towards the end of the podcast. You're going to have to be here till the end to win that particular prize. Mike, who was the guy that came and got the shirt that you recommended him get the shirt yesterday? Mike Berlino. Good morning, Pat McNally. And who else is watching? We haven't had anybody else checking in. I like to hear hellos from our friends. Pat and Jimmy are in the old country, Ireland.
Yep. Have you heard from them?
So I was going to go on a rant because I always FaceTime them when I'm away to tell them that I miss them and everything else, because I know that they don't miss me. They did FaceTime me, but I was busy, doing something for work, so I couldn't take this call.
When we were away a couple of weeks ago, you really went out of your way to reach out and make sure Pat and Jimmy you were in touch with them. You wanted to check in. I was wondering if you got the same consideration.
Well, they did check in, so I guess so.
Good.
Yeah. I feel good about that. Good morning, Kim Lufkin-Williams, Robert Spanks Jr. That's different than Robert and Annette Spanks, the swingers from the highest STD rate community in the United States at the Villages. Annie Rochon, Sarah Gray, Steve Conti, D. Noble, the Naples Putanas are watching. D, are you still down in Florida? I thought you were supposed to be home by now.
It's like they've been gone for 3 weeks, I think.
The Putanas, the SS Putana, they rented a pontoon boat, and there really couldn't be a better name for a pontoon boat than the Putana pontoon. So there's that.
I think like Dee is down there. She's been down there for a week, right, with the ladies. Yesterday, she posted was her anniversary of meeting Steve Noble at Pratty's. Mm-hmm. So obviously this isn't a key date in her life. And she thought that, in a way, it was the right thing.
You reach a level in your relationship where you're secure enough in your relationship that you can miss the anniversary and make up for it before or after.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, I agree.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because I routinely miss my anniversary. Kate and I have like five anniversaries. So I don't know which ones we're supposed to count anymore, because we had the one where we couldn't legally be married in Mexico, so we did it on the back shore, and then we did it in Mexico, but didn't count. I can't keep track of which one it is. Kathy Barlow's with us. Steve Conti hung over from the late Bruins game last night. The SS Putana day was epic, D says. Who did I miss? I saw some Bethany Ferreira, Jamie Matheson, Chris's betrothed. Jamie Matheson. I love it. It's not awkward when I say that at all. And Kim Lufkin Williams. I sent. Who's the woman that does the Cape Ann? No, Gloucester Bites. Eileen. I forget her last name. Gloucester Bites. She does a great job. She promotes a lot of restaurants in town. She said that she was going to Meat and Sweets, which is at the beginning of East Main Street. Sorry, I'm trying to think of all this. They had special yesterday, the porchetta, not porchetta, porchetta, and basically it's a big thing of bacon fat, like it made into a wheel and smoked with all kinds of spices inside. I had it yesterday. I have some left over in the fridge here. I'm gonna eat.
How big is it?
It's about exactly what you just said, like 6 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. So I have to thank Eileen for. Well, I was manning the shop because some people are off gallivanting, so I was here at 44 Main Street while others were gallivanting. We won't mention any names. Pat and Jimmy. Here at Pat's Puffin Emporium. Pat, we had a little slowdown on the Puffin sales. I don't know why. There's one right there.
There's one.
Oh, there's Pat. There's the notebook. How much is the notebook?
$12.
$12. Steal.
For a Puffin notebook. This was photographed right on Good Harbor Beach.
Well, you're right there. We get the coasters.
The Puffin coasters.
Puffin coasters. Yeah, there you go.
If you want Puffins, this is the place.
Pat's Puffin Emporium. We also have. Well, we're using the mouse pad as the fourth leg of our stand here.
I wasn't going to mention that.
Yeah, I know. Pat probably be upset with us. But yeah. So Kim Lufkin Williams says porchetta. It was amazing. Pork belly rubbed with a spice that he got in Italy and rolled and smoked. Ed College with us. Good morning. Jenna Cameron. I think that's the first time I've heard that name, Jenna Cameron.
Yeah, I know that name. I don't know if I've seen her check in here before.
Who's the lady that's very angry with me because I'm supposed to know who she is?
Oh, Melissa Shelby.
Yeah. Melissa Shelby, are you watching? Because
she's probably boycotting now.
She's out. Out. She hates me. Good morning, Ed. Nice to hear from you, buddy. Vita Bella Ristorante open.
Very nice.
I think we need to have a group go there.
I'd love that. I'm embarrassed to say I have not been there yet.
I have not been either.
So let's do that.
Well, let's do. They're open for lunch. They're open at 11:30.
Okay.
So let's do lunch there. All right.
I like it.
We're gonna make that happen. All right. Good morning to my beautiful wife, Caitlin. I'm trying to arrange for my niece, who may or may not be auditioning for horror movies, to come on the podcast this morning, but I have not heard back from my sister-in-law, my favorite sister-in-law, Erin. Let's see if Erin has. Oh, she has replied. I'm not going on camera. I'll ask Mel. She just woke up. Okay, so we may have a little thing. Hold on, I'm going to give you this is what Millie's debut look like right here, and we may have another a repeat performance from Millie.
Ashes, we all fall down.
On a scale from 1 to 10 on the creepy scale, where do we fall with Millie?
I always like to leave room for improvement, but that's a solid 9 to a 9.5.
I mean, I feel like she's destined to sign a mega contract with a major studio, like to be the lead in a creepy movie.
We could probably start her out maybe at the North Shore Music Theater.
You know, she could really do it. She could do it. I know she could do it. So there's that. Last night, the Carnivals, our friend, Kevin Patey, also known as what?
Jittery Jack from Jack's Barber Shack.
Jack's Barber Shack in downtown Manchester. Really cool place. We filmed there before. They had their
record release show last night at the Cut, followed by the after party with the GloucesterCast. Big night at the Cut, and it was fun for me to go. I've been over to the restaurant a few times. I've been to a show over there, but it was more to work and photograph the show. So last night was my first time being on the floor, taking in the show. Of course, the space is awesome. The show was great. You know, the crowd really seemed to enjoy it. So congratulations to those guys. If you haven't heard them yet, they are on Spotify. The Carnivals, the world famous song, The Greasy Pole, the videos on YouTube. So yeah, it was a really fun night. So congrats to those guys.
I wonder if there are any video recordings of the release that we on YouTube that I could post on the blog.
Good question. I have a couple of short snippets, but I didn't catch any of like full songs. But I think the Cut records a lot of the shows too. So,
all right, so we'll look for that. Good morning, Wayne Moulton. Nice to see our buddy Wayne, the sexy famous mailman, joining us this morning. So the shop yesterday seemed like the first day that of a season. Like it was seasonably warm finally, and I'm not taking that. I have to keep this down because I know this drives people crazy. I know I'm not going to get sucked in to think that we're off to the races with nice weather,
right?
Because we know that if you do that, you're just going to be tortured with like 10 days of rain straight. But downtown was alive. That library, the Zine Fest, they had the high school bands playing, knocked it out of the park. People were screaming back and forth from the library. Really good, good crowds going to see that. So happy to see that. Annie Rochon wants to know, where is Nicole? I'm going to tell you where Nicole is. Nicole, I was leaving my driveway and I got a phone call from Nicole that I'm not going to be able to make it this morning. She got 2 hours of sleep on Friday. She's got to work on Sunday, and she just needs rest. So I said, don't feel guilty about stranding us here. Of course, we can't count on Donna Rogers. I mean, we don't even bother calling her anymore.
But we do also know with the small world of Cape Ann and GMG, Steve Conti was over at Nicole's house yesterday helping put together her new fire pit.
Oh, nice.
So Nicole probably decided to just sit outside and take it in the yard with the new fire pit blasting. So great job, Steve. We've lost a cast member due to your handiwork.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you. This just come in from Caitlin. Can you announce that I have a July rental in Annisquam available? So
sounds great. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yep. July. Kate, text me your... I can find Kate's cell phone number. Kate, how would you prefer people to contact you, or do you want them to just DM you for information on that? July, is it just July, Kate, that's available? Let me know. So there's that.
Going back to your point about yesterday feeling like the start of something, we had our makeup date for our Earth Day cleanup. So we were down at the State Fish Pier, the park up toward the end there. We had a smallish group, but it was awesome. We picked up a lot of trash. The interesting thing is, like a year like this where there's not a lot of snow and there's not a lot of plowing. When you do this every year, there's always piles of trash from the plows. There was none of that this year. It was just so it felt a lot cleaner than it probably was. We still, I would say, between 6-7 of us, we probably picked up, I'd say 12 to 15 bags of trash. We got a lot done. But after that, we went and we sat back on the patio in the afternoon. That was around 11 o'clock. We didn't leave the patio until 6:30. It was such a beautiful day out there, and there were boats coming and going, and not just the fishing boats. There were actually a couple of people just out on pleasure cruises. So it felt like we've turned the page.
Turn the page. People are everybody's starting to talk about boats, getting the boats in the water. When do you put the main question among the boating community? When are you putting the boat in the water? When you put the first question when you see someone that you know is a local boater, when's the boat going in? When's the boat going in? And it's we're I can see the light right now. Next week, I should mention at Three Lantern Ship Supply, they're having their big annual sale where 3 days they have like a guy cooking sausages out back, sausage, peppers, and onions. Huge sales on rod and reel combinations, on apparel, on boots, just about anything you need for marine stuff. And they do a great job at Three Lantern with that. It's a big kickoff. Oh, an order just came in. Kevin Brosnan. Ooh, I like it. I love to see orders come. Oh, there we go. I wonder what it was. $35. So that was probably one of these. Maybe it was a Mother's Day. There's only like 6 of these left. But we'll see.
It's like the home shopping club.
Home shop, yeah. QVN, or what is it? QVC? QVC. Phil Scale decided to wake up and join us. Good morning, Phil. Nice to see you. Peter Tarantino, good morning to you as well. So Kate says on that rental in Annisquam, just July and then October to May 31st. So winter rental, but July is available. So that's big. Oh, again, for anybody that just joined us, because I see the numbers just bumped way up, we are going to have a contest. It's not a shared contest. It's going to be Chris and I are going to come up with something at the end of the podcast, and someone's going to win this to pick up within a week. And I should mention it has a little tiny flaw right there that is barely noticeable, but I just can't sell it for full price, so I'm going to offer it as a prize. So there's that. Good morning, Ralph DeGiorgio. I hope the weather's better. He's coming home. Everybody needs to know. Okay, wait. This is the only one we're putting on the screen. We haven't put anything else on the screen. We're going to leave that up because it's very important information for everyone. Ralph DeGiorgio, the king, is coming home. And congratulations to Ralph. He's going to be a grandfather.
Oh, congratulations.
Ralph,
First time
that we know about. First time Ralph is going to be a grandfather. And there may not be a more spoiled child on the entire universe than if I could come back as anyone in a next life, it would be as a grandchild of Ralph and Kim DeGiorgio. Yeah. I mean, elite grandchild status. elite grandchild status. Is immediately
up here.
Elite, yeah, I cannot imagine like how this baby is going to be the magic baby. I mean, it's going to be
amazing. When is Ralph coming back?
Ralph, when are you coming back? And I saw that they sent a photo, Chris and Ralph holding a trophy, and I think they entered a golf tournament together and potentially won the golf tournament. Can you confirm that, Ralph? Did you guys in fact win a golf tournament? And I don't know how you could possibly win a golf tournament because Ralph just picked up golf like 2 weeks ago. I don't know how that happens.
Golf.
Ralph comes. Okay, everybody, stop what you're doing right now. Get your calendars out. You can pen this in your calendars. Ralph DeGiorgio is coming home Monday morning. Okay, everybody can go on with their businesses. As soon as you put that in your calendars, Ralph DeGiorgio is coming home Monday morning.
Ralph, we're looking at partly sunny, 59 degrees Monday.
There's that. All right. Monday morning for Ralph. We get that. How do I get this off? Okay, there we go. So Ralph, tell me, did you guys? He's not answering. He's being very coy about the golf win. Maybe he was holding someone else's trophy.
Right. Oh wait.
You know who I was golfing with? Chris stole the trophy.
That makes more sense.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So Ralph says they did not win, but Chris held the trophy up and pretended to be the winners. So, okay, that makes total sense. So, Ralph, I'll see you Monday morning at Castaways for coffee. And I got a text message from Drew Hale this week, and he says, "Coffee?" ? And I go to Castaways every single morning. It's part of my routine. I go to Castaways. I love the gang of guys. They're a great group of guys. I love the service there and whatever. But Drew acted like surprised, like that he didn't get the phone call. So I'm putting everybody here so no one doesn't get angry for me for not telling them. I will be at Castaways Monday morning for coffee. Drew and Ralph DeGiorgio. You don't need a phone call from me. I'll be there. All right. I would look in Charlene's. Oh Jesus, I'm not going to post that, Ralph. That's very inappropriate, Ralph. Kate wants to know, who is Drew Hale? She's never heard that
question. He comes and goes. You can forget about him. Like,
he's a ghost. I've been watching a show on Amazon Prime. It's not going to be for everyone. It's definitely not. My wife doesn't even know I'm watching it because I know she would not be interested in it. It's called Fallout. It's kind of a sci-fi, post-apocalyptic movie series, and I'm really enjoying it. If you like that kind of thing, there's very little tiny element of kind of like post-apocalyptic zombies in it. But it's based on the video game Fallout, which I'd never played, but I'm aware of. But if you like science fiction, it's very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Kate says, "Yeah, keep watching that without me, thanks."
Kate would not. I know her genre. Her genre is not science fiction, and she knows this. So you can pretend to be angry. We are not. I'll put it on next time.
I think she's serious.
She's serious. Anthony Saputo. Oh, I can't say. Okay, Anthony Saputo. Another guy Anthony Saputo came by yesterday morning, bought this for his wife, and I said, "Do you want me to keep it a secret?" He goes, "No, I'm going to give it to her right away. She's going to love it." So, Anthony, give me a report. Did Christine love the SBF hoodie, size medium, that you came in and purchased yesterday morning? Kate says, So Kate says, "No, I'm serious. Thank you for not making me watch
exactly.
it." Yeah.
She does not want to see that.
Yeah. Anthony Saputo. How would I describe Anthony Saputo? Anthony Saputo, as a board member at the St. Peter's Club, probably has earned his way into sainthood, and Ralphie too, because I go to those meetings. We had that big meeting, and to have to listen to some of the questioning by the membership is just bananas, and to have the kind of patience he has. Anthony Saputo might be one of the most positive people that I've ever met in my entire life. Funny, positive, just an all-around awesome guy. I mean, he's just a very special person. So there you go. Oh, Anthony, here we go. So we just got the update from Anthony, how it went over with the pink hoodie. He says she loved it, and he may have got lucky. So, gentlemen, this is your ticket to the bedroom right there.
The ticket.
Mother's Day is coming up.
That's quite a marketing campaign.
Andy Rochon putting in a bid for Chris Lagakanopoulos and his show coming up at the. We haven't pimped this enough.
No. So it's next Saturday. Joe and I will be at the Cut opening for Chelsea Berry, the Chelsea Berry Band. So a lot of people know Chelsea, but maybe haven't seen her play with the full band. So she'll have the full band with her on Saturday. Joe and I open up the show at 7:30, and then we'll be down in the audience, able to enjoy it, take it in with everybody else. So we're really looking forward to it. A great opportunity. If you haven't been to the Cut, we brought Nicole, Donna, and Mike to the Cut last night to see the Carnivals with us. They haven't been in there yet. They loved the place. Couldn't believe it. We're blown away. Even Jamie hadn't been there either. Yeah. And everybody universally across the board said, "I feel like I'm in Boston." Yeah. When you get back into that venue part in the back, it's.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I could definitely see that. So next show, are there tickets online available?
Tickets online. So they're doing it. We're in the sort of pit, the floor area. They've got tables and then seats around the railing. All of the seats are sold out. So, but we have a good number of general admission seats available.
So here's a question: can a teenager go to that, or is there a cutoff? Is it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I think they do occasionally do all ages shows. I'm gonna guess this one's 21 plus though.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of foul
Because they're
language.
doing like coke and stuff.
Right.
Just
Drugs, foul language,
drugs. Yeah, it's like
nudity.
right back in the Janis Joplin days. There's that bluefin. Oh, you know what's coming up? I have to get the details, but we're I think we're less than a month away from the bluefin blowout 5K. So there's that.
Yeah, that's mid-May, I think, right?
Mid-May, we'll be live streaming from there. I think it's right when I get back from Florida.
Is that your final vacation of the winter?
Yeah, sadly, very sadly. Grace Mysterious Skolic, nice to see from you. Bluefin Blowout 5K is May 19th. Thank you, Kate, for that information. Behind the scenes,
On point, Kate.
Kate's doing it all. Right she's doing it all.
Fire.
She's on fire.
Highly engaged with today's podcast.
I like it. Yeah. So she's well rested. She's. I tell you something. We went to Oak to Ember the other day. She had jeans on and this like furry coat. She's got her hair done. She fucking just take your fucking breath away. She's so beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. I've said that since day one.
Dude, I'm fucking telling you, just fucking standing there. I'm like, oh my God, my wife is so fucking beautiful. I can't even go over it. It's like stunning.
Do you want a minute? We can pause things here.
Hard. I mean, sometimes I'm like, she takes my breath away. She's so beautiful. It's crazy. Then May 19th is my favorite sister-in-law's birthday. Kate, you should have her come down to the cut, and I mean you should have her run in the 5K as a birthday present. She'll get a free shirt.
Kate, this is great information. We do have a thing called the show notes that you're welcome to add anything to. I can show you how that works.
See the show notes, and Pat was not here to take out all the good ones. Andy Rochon's going to have a water table on the route for the race, which may or may not have a random shot of Zambuca there. And
could you imagine you're running the 5K, you go grab your cup of water off the table, you throw it down your mouth, down your throat, and it's Zambuca.
Oh, God, could you imagine? Eileen Kelly just coming in here wanted me to mention something, so I'm going to read it as we go.
That's Gloucester Bites, right? Eileen Kelly.
Yeah. If you would like to be a part of the Greasy Pole Gang, come support one of Gloucester's greatest traditions on May 1st at Minglewood Harborside, Florida closing. Viva San Pedro. There's they're having a Greasy Pole fundraiser. Thank you for this. Wednesday, May 1st, 4 p.m. till closing. 10% of all food sales, including takeout, will be donated to the St. Peter's Fiesta. There will be live entertainment for this event and a 50-50 raffle. Zach, one of our favorite people, Zach Sears at Minglewood, always does a Fiesta shirt. And I think, I may be lying. I wouldn't be lying because I was intentionally lying. But I want to say he donates 100% of the proceeds to the Fiesta. And they sell out. Like, as soon as he announces it, you got to go down to Minglewood and get it because they, like, sell out immediately. So I don't know if he's going to have those there for that fundraiser. Ro Piscatello and Bernoni, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet for you to join us. Donna is a good driver. What does this come in?
Well, it's an acknowledgement of Donna actually drove us around last night. So we were trying to organize because we had 5 of us. We were going to go to the Cut, then we were going to Manchester. There was that fundraiser at the Legion for the Legion that band, the Quiet Riot Act out of Maine, came down to play. So we wanted to check that out too. So Donna generously agreed to drive us around, which was great. It allowed Mike to sleep on the ride home from the Legion, so he got a good nap in. But no, Donna was a great driver. We appreciate her and us not having to call an Uber.
For the record, so that's good. We said something nice about Donna.
Yeah,
I was starting to feel guilty about talking about how unreliable she is on the podcast.
Well, last night she was reliable. Maybe she's not a morning person.
That might be the case. I want all of our viewers right now, everybody that was sick. I see this. There's a number 60 on the screen. I want everyone to start thinking about, because we're going to do this segment in about 5 minutes, what the best thing you ate out this week was. So think about it, and I'm going to ask the question in about 5 minutes, but think about what was your best thing you ate this week. Also, what I wanted to mention, is there any, so Castle Manor Inn, is serving. They're open for breakfast now, and I had Paul Gigaloni and I went there the other day, and we had the breakfast sandwich. It was on a ciabatta roll, but Chef Dan Lavala's home fries, and I posted this morning. There's no contest. Are the best home fries that I've ever had anywhere, anytime.
That's a big endorsement.
And you know something? I stand behind that 1,000%. Like, if you just went there and just got the home fries, I wouldn't blame you. They are phenomenal. So the question I have is there any interest for a Good Morning Gloucester dinner at the Castle Manor Inn? Who would be interested for like all of our regular? I would love to get all of these people that come.
That would be fun. What a great idea
to have everybody have a dinner. We could collectively come up. And here's a question for our viewers right here. What would you like to see on a menu for a Good Morning Gloucester dinner? There would be one meat option and one, like, I guess we'd have to do a chicken, a fish, or a meat option, right?
Yep.
Because I think we did one before, and I think that's what we did. Like we did a haddock, baked haddock, or prime rib I like prime rib to be always an option there, and then a chicken dish, maybe chicken quarter. But what would your
chicken fish and a veggie maybe?
What would your chicken? What would your chicken do? What would everybody's chicken dish be?
I like when it comes to chicken, my favorite would be like the Beauport does a half chicken, like roasted like a little lemon.
Oh, Deborah does a good half roasted chicken.
So I like my chicken simple.
Okay, yeah, simple. Okay, that makes sense.
How about you?
Similar. My favorite kind of chicken, and we wouldn't do this for this because it's different. I have chicken thighs on a barbecue grill, offset with high heat, gets that skin really crispy. And I like chicken thighs because they're fattier, so they have more moisture in them. Like I would not serve people a chicken breast because I just think it's not great. But there's that. So let me see. Kim Lefkin-Williams wants to know what makes Chef Dan's home fries so phenomenal. Well, he definitely, I know he uses, and this is not, he won't tell me the secret, but I know one of his tricks is he blanches the potatoes and gets that starch to release, so that way it's like they have all the little craggles on the potatoes, which turn crispy, so they have that texture almost like a micro Thomas's English muffin.
Oh yeah.
And they're crispy, and he puts some kind of, I don't know what kind of flavors on them, but they're like crack. They're so good. Kim Lefkin-Williams knows, because she's a food person. She understands the chicken thighs are the best, but we can't do chicken thighs for this kind of dinner because women just can't get past like fatty kind of foods.
Have you had the chicken thighs and waffles at the hotel?
I have not.
That's good. You like chicken thighs? You like that?
Hotels. Someone was saying yesterday, we were smoking a cigar together, and they were saying that they went to the hotel and they had a phenomenal meal, and they were kind of surprised at that because the food at the hotel like 3 years ago was the new chef McKechnie. Was it Joe McKechnie? What's the guy? John McKechnie?
I'm not sure of his name.
Anyway, I think it's Joe. Joe's the father. I think John. He was the chef. He was the executive chef at Brookline Country Club, and they got him over here at Beauport, 1606 restaurant, I think it is, and they're putting out phenomenal food. Really.
Like they a few years ago, they were always aware that they needed to raise the bar, and they keep doing it. Yeah. I mean, it seems like every few months the food gets better and better.
Yeah. I got like this grain bowl.
Oh
lunch.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably not for everybody, but like if you're in the mood for something you're gonna eat that's gonna be hearty, fill you up, and you're not gonna feel like a jerk afterwards, I highly recommend.
And it's like 2 to 3 meals. It's huge.
It really is. Yeah.
It's so much food.
Yeah. Shout out to Peter Lieber who turned me on to that one. John McKechnie is the chef, the head chef there. Steve Conti says chicken cacciatore. Yeah, Annie Rochette says my birthday dinner a couple of years ago was awesome. It was awesome. The Rogers are in. Have we heard from anybody else that wants? Kate says I'm not allowed on the GMG text. Kate is not allowed on the GMG text because, like, she, I'd get filtered on 3/4 of the stuff that we put into the show notes. Food is great now. It was lacking. LJ Doherty. That's the first time I've seen that name. Yeah, no, they've definitely come really high on the food scale. So who else would be in for a Good Morning Gloucester dinner at Castle Manor?
Castle Manor, their breakfast, is it 7 days a week?
I should know this. It's definitely Wednesday through Sunday.
Oh, that's great. So more than just the weekend.
It's more than just the week. It's going on right now. I'll tell you that, and it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. So there's that. Kim Lefton Williams says she's in. The Rochons are in. Well, no, the Rochons and Contis are in. And I know we'll be in. I know all the regulars will be in. We'll wait for McCarthy to be back. Although he's normally, it'll be an evening thing, so we could kind of count on him not be golfing.
So Ralph's coming back tomorrow. When's McCarthy coming back? I thought he was coming
McCarthy's
back early.
leaving the 10th from Naples. Driving. Yeah, they got to get their car back. I'll tell you what, if someone wanted to start a car thing right now, this is the time of year when people need to get their vehicles back. Good morning, Carlo Messeri. Nice to see you. The Nobles are in. Nice. I bet you there's a huge crossover. If you haven't noticed it, you probably have. There's a huge concentric circle where the middle part is Rumline Crowd and Good Morning Gloucester
right.
and Gloucester Podcast.
Like the Venn diagram of overlap.
Yeah, concentric circle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of that, which I appreciate. I had last week. We had a phenomenal time at the Rumline with Satch Cairns, the Satch Cairns band playing. I don't get out much late at night, and a lot of the bands at some of the other places in town, they don't start till 8:30. I like to be in bed by 8:30. Really cool thing about the Rumline is like they have that at 5 o'clock music.
The early show, yeah.
The early show.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like Satch Cairns used to play at the Caluce on the 3rd of July every year, and he was playing, and I was texting my buddy Derek Caluce, who's in Tampa now, and I was just like, it brought me back because he plays those covers, and he plays a lot of his original songs too, but it's rock. And all I could think about was how young kids today with the digital music, like I don't know if they can have an appreciation for like a 5-piece rock band that what they are doing is coming out of the speakers.
Right.
It's not like some synthesized thing that like took a month to like put the parts together. No, like you have to hit those chords at the right time, and it's symbiotic and it gets your heart going. It was so awesome. I was in a mood. I mean, I was in a place that day, and it was just phenomenal.
Satch is always one of the best, and like one of the things that I love about Satch is his music's great. He rocks, but he also loves playing. You can see that he still loves it. Like he's one of the first guys. I'm sure other people feel the same way. But if I'm in a bind and I need to find somebody to fill a date coming up or whatever, Satch is always game to pick up and play, and I love that. Because there are a lot of people that. They play and they're excellent musicians, but I don't really feel like doing this one or that one. But Satch is a gamer, great player, great singer.
And I seen him play like solo, and then I seen him play with a bunch of electric.
He's great solo too.
Yeah.
But your point about like kids, I always say like when I first started coming out to see live music in Gloucester, it was probably 16 years ago, and I think about today when I still go out and see live music all the time, it's the same people that were out 16 years ago. There hasn't been like an influx of new people, but somebody made a good point. Like probably a lot of the younger people can't afford to go out constantly and see live music. It's kind of.
I would say like Mike Forget and the Soul Rubber Project and Mike Forget and Dave Campbell, like the Over the Bridge.
Yep.
They have a younger following, so maybe it's not 100%, but it's definitely less than it's that appreciation for like the chords and the songs and the beats that are like being produced right there in front of you, rather than like a track that's, been just overly produced and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
No, I think you're right too. They do have a younger following. I think like Minglewood, like when they get certain bands in there, they definitely have a younger crowd. But if you think about it in general, like you used to go to Minglewood, Machaca, Rumline, and it would be a similar crowd of age mix and everything. So I don't know. I think maybe the younger sets hitting.
Yeah, and then I think about it, and I know Stephanie and Kentashi's son, and plays in a band with Stephanie O'Neill and Bo Cleary's daughter, Brooke Cleary. They're young people, and they're playing rock music.
Yeah. There's definitely younger players.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's younger bands. There's definitely people coming up and playing and singing, and I think it's more like getting younger people out to see live music, which it's important to keep it going.
Good morning, Pauline. Good. She says, have a good day on Main Street at Pat's Puffin Emporium. Well, you have a good day in West Gloucester at Pauline's Gifts. If anybody hasn't realized, Pauline is rocking over there in West Gloucester. Pauline, what's the address of your shop? If you're on Essex Ave, you can't miss it, but what's the actual address? Pauline had a live band at her wedding in 82. Well, there you go. 82, I was a sophomore in high school. So we're going to be doing a live stream from Pigeon Cove Ferments on Tuesday morning, which I'm really excited about. I'm a huge fan of
I love their kombucha.
Of their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't realize one of my friends and a friend of oh God, why am I thinking? Why am I spacing on his name? Seth Romans is involved there. Seth Romans' daughter Olivia goes to school with Madeline, and it was great to see Madeline. And so two of the castmates, Paul Gamber and my daughter Madeline, in the same class at Hamilton Wenham School, went to the junior prom. You know what I noticed? The Gloucester High School kids, they had and they called it the high school event. They're doing away with the word prom, or is it not a prom? Like I saw Vita Ferrara posted something of Missy Hutt Pierce, Jack Pierce was going to, and he was wearing a tux, and the girl was dolled up in a beautiful dress. But they called it an event. And is there some kind of, has the word prom been canceled in certain places?
Well, prom is short for promiscuous.
No, it isn't. No. Why is it called the junior event and not the junior prom, Kate?
Well, maybe they have the senior prom, and they're trying to keep the youngers, like, they used to have like cotillions and like semi-formals.
It was always the Christmas, Fenwick had the Christmas cotillion. And then we had the prom, the junior prom and senior prom.
Yeah.
I want to know what is behind them calling it the junior event. So it's the junior event and prom is for senior. So you're right. They're trying to just separate what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I could have come up with maybe a better name than the junior event.
Event. There's kind of it's drop off.
Yeah.
You're a little drop off there.
Right.
I don't know why you can't just call it the junior prom and the senior prom.
Are you getting excited to attend your junior event?
Junior event. Yeah. So it's like, we love the Lobster and I love the room and everything, but the Lobster of Gloucester still. I got to stop mentioning it.
You can't even say Gloucester with lobster. The Lobster of Gloucester.
The Lobster of Gloucester. Yeah, it just I love this.
Good morning.
Hey, look who's here. She's watching live on the things. Grace Mysterious Cola on the wall. Nice to see you, honey. Carlo, your daughter just stopped by. Carlo,
really?
Yeah, Carlo, it's so funny. That's right. Kate, off to work. Have a good day, baby. Sell some stuff. Yeah, Debbie DeLiaco says they had the junior event on Friday, but no one has an answer. So I guess we're going to assume until further notice that the only reason they changed the name is to differentiate it from senior prom and calling it the junior.
I actually like that idea, though. I think that having a senior prom that makes it more special. I think I like it.
Yeah, that's fair. I hear you. Just it was kind of it just popped up out of nowhere to me. Maybe and tell me, is this the first year they started calling it something different? Debbie DeLiaco is watching from Marco Island. You might have seen the SS Putana go by you with Dee Noble and Sister Felicia and her St. Joseph's Novena bitches on there. God bless them. I think they would appreciate that name. So there's that. Wait, I had something
You
else.
mentioned early music and how.
Oh no, wait. Go ahead.
No,
You
you
go.
go.
No, because we're still talking about music. So
Okay.
before I say
So you mentioned early because you don't like to stay out late. Tonight at they do on Sunday at the Rumline, they do music early, 5 to 8, I think, or 5:30 to 8:30. Tonight is the Bordellos. You probably remember them from St. Patrick's Day.
oh yeah,
They're a great band.
yeah.
They usually play on Sundays. They're a rock band, but it's always a great Sunday. So anybody who's like Joey, who doesn't like to go out too late, see live music, tonight's the night at the Rumline. Catch the Bordellos.
And Nicole will be working.
Nicole will be working, yeah.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not drinking until I go away to Florida again. I'm on another hiatus. Another hiatus.
I forget who I was talking to about this. Jeff Marrow.
Yeah.
Like, because I know you went out with the guys on Thursday, and when I saw Jeff on Friday, I said, now Joey's going to say I'm not drinking again now until I go away or for a month. And he goes, that's exactly what he said. But he was impressed that you made it to coffee on Friday morning. Said bright and early you were there, looking a little white.
I was pale. I puked. I don't think I've puked from drinking in I don't know, maybe half a decade. I mean, and yeah, I got caught up in a bad scene. Shots, Jameson shots. I had a plan that I was fired up for this time that we were having with some friends. And I said, I'm gonna crush Coors Lights until, because I could drink 1,000 Coors Lights.
Okay.
Right. I said I'm gonna crush Coors Lights until 8 p.m. and then I'm going to the brown water. I should, like, right off the bat, this is probably a bad idea, right? This is definitely a bad idea. And then around 9:30, we started doing some brilliant idea to do Jameson shots. It's just stupid. Luckily, I got a nice Uber home, or else I was gonna be sleeping in the car because there's no way I was driving home. But, yeah, oh God. Yeah, and then I suffered. I lost a whole day the next day, just miserable. So texting Kate, I'm like, I don't know what am I doing? Like, so Kate and I went to Oak to Ever for dinner the other night. So she's not drinking. I think she's like a day 180 without drinking, and I didn't drink either. I was just drinking water, and I think our bill was $65.
Oh, that's so nice,
Coming
right?
out of Oak to Amber for $65, like, it had a great time, great meal, phenomenal meal. I mean, saving so much money too on top of it. Like, so as I get older, I'm thinking about, like, when I eventually when I retire, I have a fixed income and stuff like that. Think about, like, I don't know, can you? I mean, I don't know if it's financially available for me to.
You could have retired 10 years ago if you didn't drink your whole life.
Without question, yeah. But I wouldn't trade in any of those times, like any of that time in my 20s and 30s, like going out like a savage. I wouldn't trade it in. But now, as my body is not allowing me to recover.
Well, you have an interesting approach to it where you still go out like a savage once in a while, but then you take a period of time off.
Yeah. So last year I did that I'll drink one day, and then of the whole week I'll just drink one day, and then even if Saturday was a gorgeous boat day, I would just pack waters and stuff, or like like.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
And I was enjoying it. I was fine. I felt great. I went to work the next day, felt great. I wasn't all hungover. So there's that. Kim Lufkin Williams. I don't really drink anymore, but it's amazing the difference in restaurant bill when you just have club soda or water. It's amazing how much a difference is. I'm sure our local restaurants aren't going to want to hear me advocating for that. But yeah. Okay. So I said it earlier. What is the best thing you ate this week? We're going to go around. What was yours?
Well, mine is off Cape Ann. I'm late to this party. Everybody always talks about the Modern Butcher in Danvers.
Oh, wow.
So the Modern Butcher, I went there this week. I happened to have a meeting in the area, stopped there, and had it was called the breaded and baked chicken thigh with buffalo sauce drizzle, house ranch dressing, pickles, which is like thick pickles, shredded lettuce, bacon, and spicy potato chip crumbles. This thing was messy, bananas and delicious. So the Modern Butcher, they have a special sandwich each day. This was the sandwich of the day, and I was not let down.
Yeah.
I don't go out for a lot of sandwiches. This made me want to eat more sandwiches.
I would say that Von Butcher's on a planet by itself,
Yep.
right? Closest thing we have to it in Gloucester right now, doing like totally unique sandwiches of the day, would be Sclafani's.
Mm-hmm.
We also have other great breakfast, sub shops in town. But closest thing to doing that kind of elite sub would be Sclafani's. I mean, you can't go wrong with a sub at Virgilio's. Every sub at Virgilio's is fantastic. By the way, I don't know if anybody saw. I did a little teaser with the Spingiuni from Cafe Sicilia yesterday. People were asking what makes a slice of Spingiuni. Because I see a lot of people. Because I'm right next door to Cafe Sicilia. I go in there quite often. I see a lot of people. They just out of regularity they'll get a slice of the regular pizza because they don't know about what Spingiuni is or how to order the Spingiuni or what that's all about without the cheese on top and stuff. The traditional cheese. Spingiuni. So I would like to challenge everyone to go to Cafe Sicilia this week and try the Spingiuni and report back and tell me how you like it. So what it is it's a thicker crust, and then there's like onions, like I think it's white onions, some breadcrumbs, anchovy paste, and then chunks of pecorino romano, super sharp pecorino romano. It is super, super tasty. If you're a salt person, I'm a salt person. I gravitate more salty than sweet. It's completely different, and I'd like to hear just if you've had all the other fantastic pizzas in town, Rhea, Bravo, Sebastian's, Delaney's, Maria's, they're all great. They're all great, but this is just different. So I say you should try it. So there's that. Okay.
You like salty. Have you ever heard of a seasoning called Camp Mix?
Yes, Joe Borland turned me on.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, great on just about anything.
On anything.
Chicken, steak, and just about anything.
And they have a new. I assume it's a new one. I just recently found it, but it's Camp Mix, but it's made specifically for potatoes, French fries, baked potatoes.
Oh,
So there's two of them now. If you like regular Camp Mix, check out the new one too.
so there's been some places that I've been trying their French fries, and they've had a different kind of seasoning. I'm wondering if that's the
Maybe
seasoning
that's
they're
it.
putting on it. Interesting. All right, I want to hear from our viewers. What's the best thing you ate out at a restaurant this week? I want to see all comments coming on in right now. And what's yours?
What was the question?
Oh, that was yours.
That was mine,
yes.
the
Yeah,
sandwich.
you just said it.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine was. I'm gonna go to it because I put a picture of it. My favorite thing that I ate. So, in all fairness, it probably was the smash burger at Oak to Ember, which I've got 10 weeks in a row now. Every Friday I go, and I can't get past it because it's that phenomenal. But I'm not gonna say that that's what it was. I'm gonna say it was this, also from Oak to Ember, right here. It was the Caesar salad, and the dressing was phenomenal. They put some shaved cheese on it, and I don't know what the crumbles on top was. I should have asked, but the flavor was just off the charts. It was absolutely delicious.
Speaking my language now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a salad guy. Huge salad guy. All right, let's see what everybody else said.
Oh, Mike Rogers. So we were at the Lobster last night, and so Jamie, Nicole, and I got there a little early to save some bar seats. And so Mike and Donna come in, not long after, let's call it 5-10 minutes after. Before they even ordered a drink, Mike Rogers says, "Do you have the stuffies today?" He's like, "Oh, I think we have 5 orders left." So Mike said, "Oh, I'll take one." None of us had ordered anything yet. So he got right in and ordered. And then I ended up getting stuffies too. And we ate them. And Mike ordered a second order of stuffies. So that's why I said 2 orders last night. I'm very, very impressed.
I'm gonna have to go get them now. Like, I feel compelled to go there and get the stuffies.
Well, you better get there before Mike Rogers.
He's an animal. Best meal from Stephen Conti was Andy Rochon's baked haddock that he won at the meat raffle. Is that which meat? Was that at the Amvets? I wonder.
Yes.
Smash Burger at Minglewood for Phil Scannell. Mike Berlin says roast beef from the Rockport House of Pizza, which is one of those hidden gems that, I mean, if you know, you know, but if you don't, Rockport House of Pizza does a phenomenal job. Coconut shrimp and blackened grouper, says Debbie Davis.
Because Mike Bertolino tried the roast beef at Modern Butcher. That's they're famous for that on Saturday. That's their special sandwich every Saturday. I think it's I guess you can get it different ways, but apparently that's incredible.
I just gotta do something right now. Hold on a second. I just have to write the business call, so I have to take this. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, sure. What do we got? Debbie DeLiacos had
sorry.
the black coconut shrimp and blackened grouper. Where was that?
She says she's down in
Marco Island. Okay, that makes sense. Swordfish and tono for Phil Scannell. Swordfish is like, for me, I grew up eating so much swordfish. My parents love to cook swordfish, and I love it. But as I've gotten older, for some reason, it's never on my radar. I just never order it. I'll have to try it at Tono. Oh, it's Lynn. We were giving Phil credit. But
no,
Lynn,
yeah, we always
Lynn,
just assume that it's gonna be Phil. We never even think that it possibly could be Lynn.
I always thought it was Lynn, and then somebody told me, "Oh no, it's Phil." Phil takes over the account.
There you go. All right. No one else has a favorite meal that they ate this week, huh? That's interesting. I'm surprised we don't have more people chiming in. We have a lot of viewers right now. A lot of people saying what their favorite thing that they ate. Swordfish at Tono. I haven't been to Tono for a while. I'm going. Tono is having on the 30th, which is today's the 28th.
Today is the 28th.
So Tuesday night, they're having a wine dinner, French wine dinner at Tono. Go to their website and you can get tickets. If you haven't been to one of their wine dinners, it's always phenomenal take. Says that Jamie Matheson, Chris's betrothed, we had the swordfish skewers at the Bluefin Blowout kickoff at Tono. That was her favorite thing.
That's right. We did have those.
Swordfish skewers.
Yeah,
swordfish is one of those things that you have to cook it right. Because you can overcook swordfish.
Right.
It can be dry. But if you get a fresh piece of swordfish and cook it properly, it's
a matter, in my opinion, it's a matter of seconds. Yeah. It's not like minutes. You got to get it off. It's like cooking calamari.
You got to get it. You got to get it right. All right. So we have a Auntie's Charcuterie. Oh, Erin Foley. Erin, my favorite sister-in-law, Erin, says Auntie's Charcuterie was a winner. This is the first demerit that's going to be issued to my favorite sister-in-law for failing, because she said, when are we going to be on the podcast? I gave her the link to come on the podcast with Millie, and we got a no-show. So
we would have heard by now.
Yeah, we would have heard. So she gets a demerit. Vita Bella Restaurant says, we made an Italian pan-seared haddock on special this week. I've been eating it every day. We're going to have to come for that. Anna Raymond says, Essex Seafood fried clams. There we go. Be a man guy. Says the guy looks like Rob Lowe. He's talking about you. Yeah, he's got that metrosexual thing going on. He owns it. Maria La Rosa says shared. All right, we have to come up with our contest. What should our contest be, Chris? Want to write down a number? Why don't you write? Let's do this.
All right, I'll write down
a number from 1 to 1,000. Oh, 1 to 1,000.
All right.
And if anybody puts a number down before we say to put numbers down, you're gonna be immediately disqualified. You gotta hide that. Make sure you hide that. So so right here, this is gonna be a podcast prize, and you'll have to pick it up by next podcast next Sunday. If you don't pick it up by then, it goes back into the prize pot thing there.
All right, we have a number 1 to 1,000.
1 to 1,000. Put in your the number that you're thinking, and whoever it's going to take. Who's keeping track of the shares today? Kim Lufkin Williams. We're not doing shares today because Pat is not here. We're doing. You pick a number from 1 to 1,000, and whoever gets the number will win the hat, and you have to pick up the hat. $999 from Debbie. Here they come. $999 from Debbie DeLiacos.
Wow, $299.
Oh, the first. You have to go with the first one.
333. Oh, I almost did 333, Annie.
Lynn
Scanlon.
627, 343, 341, 208. You can keep guessing.
Just keep.
Keep guessing. 77, 208, 749. Should we stop this right now and go?
Oh, no.
Number from 1 to 100.
I don't have anything to
Okay.
1 o'clock.
555 from Grace Merceri Scola.
Oh.
550 from Nancy Souza. 617 Mike Bertolino. 420 from Kim Lofgren
Great
Williams.
guess.
Good guess. Mike Rogers 404. Vito Bella 335. Lynn Scale 420. Steve Conti 500. Peter Tarantino 666. That's one of my lucky numbers. Anna Raymond 444. Marky Leonard 420. Already been guessed. Annie Rochon number 1. Annie Rochon number 2. Steve Conti 777. Oh my God. 128 for Peter Tarantino. 543 for Grace Merceri Scola. 1,000 for Annie Rochon. 3 for Marky Leonard. 41 for Katie Haas.
We're getting there.
519 for Scott Murray. We're getting closer. Oh, Marky Leonard.
Marky Leonard,
the winner, number 7. Marky Leonard.
It is.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
That was intense.
Woo-wee. Marky Leonard. Marky Leonard, come on down and get it. I'm going to be here today till 3 o'clock. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted trying to read those numbers. I didn't want to miss one. Marky Leonard, you're the winner of the hat. You got to come get it before the next podcast next Sunday. I'm going to be here till 3 o'clock. We have all your Mother's Day presents. Pat Dalpiaz has awesome night lights. She has the sun catchers. She has prints. And don't buy. Make a promise to me that you will not buy a card at CVS or Walgreens or Stop and Shop. Come and get one. Grab one of her cards.
Let's see.
Come and get right there. Mother's Day cards from Pat Dalpiaz, $3.50. Packs of 4 for $12. Don't spend $7 on a stupid Mother's Day card at Walgreens. Come see us and get Mother's Day cards for your mother from Pat Dalpiaz. I'm going to be here till 3 o'clock today. We have awesome prizes. We still have a handful of the pink ones from Mother's Day. We have the koozie 5-packs for $25. We have we have these right here for $60. The Peter Millar, not Peter Millar. Didn't get to a podcast without saying Peter Millar. They're not Peter Millar, but the same manufacturer. Come get that.
And let's not forget
Pat's Puffin Emporium. $12. Notebooks. I mean,
all your Puffin needs.
All your Puffin needs here at Gloucester. Come, and even if you're not going to buy anything, come by and say hi. I have some Razorbacks. I just want to show you these Razorbacks because I made 4 of these, and I know it's not summer yet, but it's coming. And I only made 4 of these. But check out that logo right there on these cover. Kind of a really cool for your bathing suit. You wear that over it, where like the fake bras the women wear if you're going running, and wear that. Beautiful colors. I got a mint color. I have this kind of light lilac color. I have a white one, and I think there's another navy blue with a white lobster on it. So there's that. Everybody have a great day. Chris, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Pat Dalpiaz, Jimmy Dalpiaz, we miss you. Can't wait. They come back on Tuesday. We'll see them. See you guys, everybody. Oh wait, who are we gonna go? Oh, Chris, you pick. Who's
Andy Brose?
Andy Brobes coming up. See. Oh wait, we have one other order of business. We always have to go with this.
Bring around the rosy, the posy. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Until the end.
Yeah.
And one share.
It's a good idea.
We're talking. The thing ended. We're talking. Coming up. See you guys.
Interviews and making all the people laugh in the oldest seaport of our country's past. Out here with the lobsters. Good morning, Gloucester.